Hello everyone, I am Amit Maru and today in this video we will have demo on Amazon S3 Glacier. In last video we have discussed about what is Amazon S3 Glacier and what is benefit of it. And also we have discussed about various use cases of Amazon S3 Glacier. So now in our today's video I will show you the demo of Amazon S3 Glacier. So let's start. Let me get started with the outline of our today's video. In our today's video, first we will have a step to create and upload data on S3 Glacier. How we can create and how we can upload data on S3 Glacier, that we'll discuss in detail first. And then after we will have demo on S3 Glacier. So we will move on Amazon Management Console and we will have demo on S3 Glacier. So let us first of all discuss different steps to create and upload data on S3 Glacier. So now the first step is we have to create a vault. In our simple storage service, we have one container that is a bucket. Inside the bucket we can store data and we can retrieve data whenever it is required. But in our S3 Glacier we have one container and the name of the container is vault. We have to create vault and then after we can store data inside the vault and we can retrieve data whenever required. So to create the vault, we have certain steps that we need to follow. Step number 1, we have to provide vault name. We can create vault in any region. For example, we have chosen one region, Mumbai, Asia specific Mumbai region. Then your vault will be created in particular region. So in step number 2, we have to decide whether we want to give event notification or not. If you want to give, for example, event notification, then in step number 3, we have to provide event notification details. And last step, that is review. So we have to just verify all the steps and then at the end we will have one vault. So in this way we can create vault and inside the vault we can store data and whenever it is required at that time we can retrieve data from the vault. Now one important thing here that you need to note down, in console there is no any option using that you can store data on vault. Once you create a vault and then after once you check your whole console, at that time there will not be any option using that you can directly upload data inside the vault and you can retrieve data from the vault. So if you want to retrieve data, if you want to store data inside the vault, at that time we have two options. One is AWS CLI, that is command line interface. You can use AWS command line interface and using that you can store data inside the vault and you can retrieve data from the vault. Or you can have another option, that is Fast Glacier. You can use Fast Glacier to store data and retrieve data from the vault. So what is Fast Glacier? It is nothing but Windows client for Amazon Glacier. In our today's video, I will use Fast Glacier to store the data inside the vault and to retrieve data from the vault. So the first step is we have to download and install Fast Glacier. So what is use of Fast Glacier? Fast Glacier enables you to upload your files to Amazon Glacier and you can also download your files. So if you want to upload data inside the S3 Glacier or if you want to retrieve data from the S3 Glacier, at that time we can use Fast Glacier. And for that we have to download it. You just open Google on any browser and then you have to just type Fast Glacier. Then download it. And step number 2, we have to install it. After completion of this both the step, once you install successfully Fast Glacier, then we have to create one account. Inside the account we have to provide two values. One is access key ID and second one is secret access key. This both the value we have to provide to create a new account in our Fast Glacier. But how we can get this both the value, and for that we have to follow step number 3. As per the step number 3, we have to create user, and to create the user again we have to follow certain step. Step number 1, open AWS console and click on IAM. You have to go back on our Amazon console and then we have to identify the option that is IAM. You have to just click on that. Then click on users and click on add user. There is another option that is users. You have to just click on that, and then there will be another option that is add user. You have to just click on that and you have to provide all the information like a name of the user and other details. After completion of this both the step, you can successfully create the user. Then step number 3, in that you have to open security credential. Inside this security credential, you can get this both the value. One is access key ID and second one is secret access key. Just copy this both the value and fill inside our add new account form and then create the account. Once you create account successfully, then use this account to store data inside the vault and to download data from the vault. So these all are the certain steps that you need to follow to create the vault and to perform various operations with the vault. Let's quickly review this all the steps. Step number 1, create vault. You have to follow this certain step to create the vault. Once your vault is available, then there is no any option using that you can directly download data and you can directly store data inside the vault. So that either we have to use AWS CLI, that is command line interface, or you can use FastGlacier. For example, if we are using FastGlacier, then we have to download it and we have to install it. Once you install successfully, then we have to open it. Once you open it, at that time we have to create or we have to add new account. You have to fill all the details. In that you have to fill access key ID and secret access key. And to get this both the value, you have to create a new user. And for that we have to open IAM in our AWS console. You have to just open IAM and we have to create user. And inside this user, you just open it and you can get one option, that is open security credential. Then you can get value, that is access key ID and secret access key. You just copy it and fill inside our add new account form and create the account. Once your account is available, once you create account successfully, then using this account you can add data inside the vault and you can retrieve data from the vault. So these are the certain steps that we need to follow. Let's quickly move on AWS console. Now you have to open any browser and you have to type awsamazon.com. Then click on sign in to the console. Once you click on sign in to the console, at that time you have to provide valid ID and password. So this is my AWS management console. This is account name and you have to select any region. I already selected Asia specific Mumbai region. You can select any region. Then click on services. Inside the services there are multiple domains available. Among that you have to just check storage domain. Inside the storage domain we have one option, that is S3 Glacier. You have to just click on that. As we already discussed, inside the S3 Glacier we have to create one container and name of the container is vault in our S3 Glacier. So our first step is we have to create vault. So click on create vault. Once you click on create vault, then first step is we have to provide name of the vault. And you can see here the region is Asia specific Mumbai region because we already selected Asia specific Mumbai region. Once you select any other region, then you can check here your region will be displayed here and your vault will be created inside this particular region. You can give any name. So this is the first vault, is the name of our vault. Then click on next step. As we already discussed, if you want to give a notification, event notification, then you have to select option whether you want to give a event notification or not. So the first option is do not enable notification. Second one is enable notification and create new SNS topic. Third one is enable notification and use existing SNS topic. You can create a new SNS topic by using this option. If already SNS topic is available, then you can select third option. If you don't want to enable the notification, then you can select first option. So for example, this is just for the demo, so I am just selecting do not enable the notification. Then click on next. So our next step, that is a review. You have to just verify it and then click on submit. Once you click on submit, at the time you can see that one vault is available and name of the vault is first vault. Inventory last update not updated yet. Size not given. Archive still not given. Now just click on first vault. Then you can get all the information about your vault. Details, in that you can get all the details. Then notification, as we already discussed that we have disabled the notification. If you want to again enable it, you can enable it. Then you can just see permission. You can give different policy also. You just click on edit policy document, then you can set a policy also. Then vault lock, then after different tags you can provide here. If you want to give more information about your vault, then you can give different tags also. This is nothing but our vault, and these all are the different information about our vault. So now in this console you cannot get any option through that you can add data inside the vault, or you can retrieve data from the vault. So we already discussed that we cannot directly upload data inside the vault. We cannot directly retrieve data from the vault. So either we can use AWS CLI, that is command line interface, or you can use Fast Glacier. So let us use a Fast Glacier. You just click on new tab and then type Google. Then you have to type Fast Glacier. Then click on our first link. Using that you can download Fast Glacier, because our next step is we have to download the Fast Glacier and then we have to install it. So here you can get all the information about the Fast Glacier, what is use of it, benefit of the Fast Glacier, everything is available here. And here one option is available, that is download Fast Glacier. You can just click on that, and here you can get one exe file, that is a fastglacier.exe. Now you have to just click on Fast Glacier exe file, then click on run. So here we are going to install our Fast Glacier, and using that we can access the data from the vault, and we can store data inside the vault. Just select I accept the agreement, then click on next. Then here you can set the path, then click on next. Again click on next. Installation process is going on, and last you have to just click on finish. So now the first step, as we already discussed, once we install our Fast Glacier, at that time first we have to create a new account. So that first we have to provide the name of the account. For example, our account name is Fast Glacier. This is the name of our account. You can give any name. Here you can select account type. For example, I am selecting Amazon Glacier only, and here you have to provide access key ID and then after secret access key ID, right? So this both the value we have to provide, and we already discussed that we can get this ID from the Amazon console. So let us go back on Amazon console. So now you have to just click on services. Inside the services you have to identify the option, that is IAM. You have to just click on IAM. We are going to create user by using IAM. Once you click on IAM, at that time another option will be there, that is our users. You have to click on users, and inside the users there will be another option, that is add user, and using that you have to create the user. So just click on users, then you have to click on add user. Then you have to provide all the information. For example, username. So for example, username is test, and then access type we have two options. One is a programmatic access, or second one is AWS Management Console access. So I am selecting second one, that is AWS Management Console. Then you have to provide password. So I'm just you have to just select custom password and give password. And then uncheck this box, otherwise we have to reset the password. So now here you can see that our password must contain at least 8 characters and include minimum 3 of following mix of character types, such as uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and the special characters. So you have to select password accordingly. Then you have to click on next step, that is our set permission. Now here in a set permission, you have to just click on attach existing policy directly. Then you have to check on administrator access. Then click on next, that is our tags. Now you can provide different tags. So if you want to provide tag, it is optional. If you want to provide tag, then you can provide it. Otherwise you can just click on next, that is our review. Now you have to just verify all the details what we already selected, and then click on create user. Now you have to just click on services. Inside the services, as we already discussed, one IAM option is available. You have to just click on that. Then you have to just again click on users. So as we already created one user and name of the user is test, you have to just click on that. Once you click on a username, at that time you can get all the information, or we can say the summary of our user, that is a permission, groups, tags, security credential, access advisor, etc. You have to just click on security credential. Inside the security credential, one option is available, that is a create access key. You have to just click on that. You just copy this access key ID and paste on our Fast Glacier. Then you have to just copy secret access key and then paste secret access key here. Encrypt access key with password. So here you can give password. Then you can click on add new account. Once you click on add new account, then you can just see the process is going on. Then here you can see different regions available. We already selected the Asia specific Mumbai region. Now you have to click on Asia specific Mumbai region, and inside this Asia specific Mumbai region we already created one vault, that is a first vault. You have to just select it, and here one option, that is upload, is available. You just click on that. Using this you can upload file as well as folder. You have to just, for example, once we click on a file, then you have to select one file. For example, I am selecting one file which is available on desktop. Then you can see this file is already stored inside the vault. So this is the file name, AWS test image, and the type is PNG image. This is all about how we can upload file inside the S3 Glacier, or we can say how we can store our data inside the vault. Now suppose if you want to download it, if you want to retrieve it, at that time you have to just select it, and here you can download. You just click on download, then you can download this file. Now once you click on download, at that time you just verify. Basically three options available. First option, that is expand detailed. So you just click on expand detailed. Here you can get detail like a download start in 1 to 5 minutes. And here you can see estimated cost is 0.000019 USD. So your downloading of our data will be started within the 1 to 5 minutes. Another option, that is the standard. Here you can see that estimated cost is 0.00006 USD, and the download start in 3 to 5 hours. So your downloading will be started within 3 to 5 hours. And last, that is a bulk. Here you can see download start within 5 to 12 hours. So as we already discussed, S3 Glacier basically used to store a large amount of data with a very low cost, and your data must be like data which is required to access rarely. If you want to access data regularly, at that time S3 Glacier is not the best choice. But if you want to access data rarely, at that time you can store your data with minimum cost. So these are the different options available, and based on that you can download your data from the vault. So in this way you can store data inside the vault, and you can download or retrieve data from the vault. Now let us go back on our AWS Management Console. You have to just click on services. Inside the services you have to just click on S3 Glacier. It may require some time, so I am pausing the video and I will be back when it effect on console. So welcome again. Let us verify whether data is available in vault or not. Just click on S3 Glacier. And now you can see that this is our first vault. The name is first vault, and you can see that the size of our vault is 584.4 KB and one archive is available. So in this way we can store data inside the Glacier. So this is all about how we can store data inside the vault, then how we can retrieve data from the vault, and for that we are using Fast Glacier. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you again.